I come up with the 5-step process to help you break into product management. This 5-step process, it's not about learning product management just on its own. It's about learning product management, but also building your brand, building your knowledge, building your experience, networking, interviewing, and also surviving your first 90 days. The framework starts off of you having no knowledge, assumes that, hey, I don't know anything about product management. Every time that I see people that have no knowledge about product management, the first thing that they should do is they should start to learn. They should do some self-paced learning because you're trying to explore to understand whether product management is the right role for you. And that's the first step of this framework. You're an explorer. If you just had an idea to break into PM, you're just exploring. You're not committed just yet. You're exploring. And you should do some self-paced learning to understand the role, understand what it does. And once you have understand the role a little bit more detail, and you decided that this is the role that you want to get into, great. Then next part is you becoming an apprentice, where you learn from someone who has given you guided training. A common mistake that I see a lot of people make is that they jump straight into guided training and they go straight into workshops and all these like $3,000, $5,000 courses. And then by the end of that journey, they realize that, oh, you know what? Product management is not for me. But you wasted 6 weeks or 10 weeks of your time, $3,000, $4,000 just to make a decision that PM is not the one for you. When it is the right job for you, this is step 2. Step 2 is super useful because that's when you become the apprentice. This is where you learn from someone that's already done the job and you had the fast feedback loop and you're working together with a group of apprentices and everyone is there to encourage you and you're there to work with others to learn. Step 3 of this process is you become an unofficial PM in your current job first. You don't have the title, but you should be applying the product knowledge and the product craft that you've learned in your current role. So you're doing the job without having a title. And a common question that I get asked in this phase is, hey, Dave, there is no product role in my company. What do I do? Do I look externally? Yeah, you probably do. You can find out the product roles. But before you do that, you should actually start to create the role for yourself because your company probably does not understand what is a product manager. What do they do? If you apply that skill set that you learned as an apprentice stage, and also what you have done in the explorer stage, where you've learned from a theory perspective, then you can create a role for yourself as the unofficial PM. And it does not matter whether the title that you have right now in your company is a product manager or not, because you're still doing the job, you're still doing the craft. And when you do that and you've got some experience, then you can start applying externally to get other product management titles out there, because no longer you're optimizing for titles. So step 3 is actually becoming an unofficial PM through internal company, through hackathon, through other methods. And step 4 is actually you competing in the market, interviewing, becoming a candidate. And that's where you can compete with existing product managers that's got 2 or 3 years of experience. And this is where you can compete with people that are new to the industry and you already had the leg up because you've taken step 1, step 2, and step 3. And step 5 at the end is where you actually want to survive the first 90 days, because there's no point getting a job and you don't get past the first 90 days. It's important for you to do that, because if you don't do a good job at the first 90 days and you get fired for whatever reason, you're in a very strange situation where do you go back into your old role or do you continue to pursue in your next role as a PM? So surviving the first 90 days is extremely important. And this is where the blueprint comes in. This is what I created to help you track your progress over time. Every single person is going to be on a different journey. This tracker, which I'm going to go through in more details in this module, will help you understand where you are right now, but also where you want to get to in the future. The tracker will help you set some deadlines of when you want to do certain things and by when. It also helps you track the statuses of each actions. It helps you identify some of the roadblocks along the way and come up with quick wins so you're still motivated as you go through this journey. So with that being said, I love to jump deeper into each of the stages in detail and show you exactly what you need to do and the winning conditions across this stage. During each stage, you will graduate from an explorer to an apprentice, from an apprentice to unofficial PM, to a contender as a candidate, to getting a job as a new PM. So I'll go through that in more details.